everybody, welcome back to another video. So we are here at the beautiful Arboretum, and today I'm going to teach you a bit about photography and how to take some good photos. So grab your cameras or your phones and come on along. You guys are? Hi! Okay, I'm gonna teach you about the rule of thirds. So the rule of thirds is used when you have a photo and it splits it into 9 squares. So you want your subject to be in those corners, those like crosses on the grid. And photographers use this so that it makes the photo more appealing. So we're going to have my camera. There's also settings on here that you can have an actual grid on your camera, but if you don't have that, that's fine. Just imagine it in your mind. There's crosses. Okay, I know what my grid looks like. You're gonna take the photo, and hopefully your subject is in those corners. And if you look at I'll put 2 examples up here. Think about which one looks more appealing. I'm thinking the bottom one, because it just gives more depth to it. Okay? So I hope you learned a lot from the rule of thirds, and I'll teach you our next subject when we get there. Okay, our next one is we're going to talk about framing. So you can see around me, there's this big gigantic square basically. And we have a big open area to frame. So if you have your frame and your camera, you're going to put the camera right by the frame. So you can put your subject over here and it'll make the perfect natural frame for your person, space. If you don't have a frame, you can use your fingers. So I'm framing you right now. Or you can use a hole in a piece of wood or leaves, and it makes a very fun way to take photos. So I hope you like trying this, and I'll see you in our next spot with our next tip. So we've made it to our next stop. This is my landscape photos. Landscape photos are very fun, and we do have some beautiful landscapes here at the Arboretum. So behind me is a landscape. So what I'm going to do is you're going to place your camera so the horizon line is on the middle line of your camera, because you want to balance out your space and your ground. So space is basically any wide open space in a photo. Most photos you want most of it to be there. You want space to be there so it looks more appealing to people, so your subject stands out. So some space could be maybe you're laying down on the ground with your feet in the air, and this is your space. The sky will be your space. But in this case, our space is the sky and some of the ground, because that is empty, and our subject is going to be the main horizon line. So we're going to put our camera to the main horizon line and take a photo. Then the photo will balance out the sky and the ground, and it looks pretty good. So I hope you guys have fun trying the landscape and space. You can try your feet in the air, have some fun with the photos. Okay, so this is our landscape and space, and we're gonna move on to our next thing. So I'll see you there. Have fun staring at a landscape. Oh, hi guys. So I'm going to talk about macro and color. So I found these beautiful poppies next to our Flanders field, and I'm just going to get my camera and I'm going to zoom in as close as I can to the flower with it still focused. Keep that in mind, you want it to be focused, and be able to see it very clearly in your camera. So macro is my favorite. So when you take macro, you might see some things that you don't normally see. So maybe a little bug might show up in your photo when you look at it later. Or maybe there's a color that you didn't see. So macro is a great way to get some close-up shots of bugs, animals, trees. So there's also the aspect of the color. Do you see how bright this color is? So on your camera, make sure you focus on that color. And make sure your background is probably a darker in this case because it's a bright color. But make sure you focus on your color. So yeah, this is our color and our macro. And I'll see you in our next topic. Okay, hi. I found some more color that I wanted to show you guys. So there is some white and purple, and there's a contrast between them. Ooh, a pretty butterfly. Sorry. That's also what you do in the field. You see something pretty and you're like, oh, I want to take a photo of it. That's macro for you running in my head. So we have these two colors. They're contrasting each other. You can also probably try them in black and white, and they'll look really cool. I like using photos in black and white. It makes it look, you can have like your shadows, and it just makes it look really cool and kind of artistic. So these colors are great from taking photos, so keep your eye out for those in the Arboretum. There's lots of them. Contrast also helps your subject to stand out. So you can see the white and it clearly stands out toward all these purple flowers. We've made it to our next topic. It is texture. So texture can be really fun in photos. Sometimes texture can be found on trees, on, a pattern of leaves, things like that. So I would think a lot about your texture because it's really fun to do. For example, we're sitting next to this plant right now, and these are so these photos could be so texture related. So when you focus on them, make sure you see all these little tiny fuzzy ends. They're so cool. So that is our texture. I challenge you guys to find some fun textures, even if it's in your own backyard. Going to be perspective. And perspective can be a really fun way of taking a photo. you can take going up of a tree trunk so you can see all of the branches up above. It makes for a really cool photo. You can also try, if you're taking portraits, you can try going down low from the person so you make the person look bigger. So perspective can be a fun way to make your photo look more interesting to your viewers. So I hope you've liked that, and it's actually pretty fun. So, oops, I forgot to say something. I want to say bye and thank you for watching our video. I hope you guys liked having some fun with photography. I know I love taking photos. It's a great way to come out into nature and see the tiniest little things you can find. So I hope you like it, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye!